Wolverine has always been renowned for being the best at what he does, but we have also seen him encounter a tumultuous romantic history within the Marvel Comics universe, which has gone on to become another reason to set him apart from other heroes through the years. Despite his prowess as a member of the X-Men, Wolverine's love life has been marked by tragedy, as the women he forms connections with often meet untimely, harrowing ends. His enduring relationship seems to be with heartbreak, a theme that persists through his longer than normal lifespan. While Wolverine is undeniably one of the most powerful X-Men out there, the notion that one must exclusively be either a lover or a fighter does not quite hold true for him. Wolverine, often hailed as the best there is in combat, has also shown quite the finesse in his romantic endeavors, and with powerful women nonetheless. The sheer number of women he has loved, married, or had relationships with is a testament to this dual expertise, rivaling the lengthy list of adversaries he has overcome. Wolverine's extensive romantic entanglements, ranging from casual encounters to profound loves, have left an indelible mark on the character and pushed him to his apex. It is almost funny how, despite the challenges posed by his dangerous lifestyle, which has kept him really busy, Logan even had the time to share so many more than fleeting moments with several women. Well, in this video, we have narrowed down the top most insanely powerful ladies who enjoyed a more extended and, in many cases, deeper connection with Wolverine amid his century-spanning adventures. So, without wasting another moment, let's get right to it. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Storm, wife of Wolverine and mother of his daughter, Torrent, on Earth 9811. Storm, aka Aurora Monroe, boasts a lineage linked to an ancient royal line of white-haired, blue-eyed sorceresses, potentially mutants, whose distinct physical characteristics manifest every 5 generations. This regal heritage traces back to the dawn of humanity, with their hidden kingdom nestled in the Great Rift Valley of Africa, the very birthplace of the human race. Following Storm's separation from Black Panther in his 2006 series, a noteworthy development unfolded with Wolverine. Their connection, marked by a mutual understanding and a reluctance to rush into serious commitments, hinted at a potential romantic liaison. While the prospect of a grand wedding issue in the comics seemed unlikely, their evolving dynamic provided an engaging narrative for fans. Storm and Wolverine's history dates back to their simultaneous induction into the X-Men, where their years of collaboration forged a close friendship, solidifying their status as 2 of the X-Men's longest-serving members. Despite being on different X-Men squads due to various circumstances, Storm and Logan consistently rekindled their bond. Even their fellow X-Men noticed the romantic tension between the duo, especially during their training sessions in the Danger Room. Now, Storm's subsequent marriage to Black Panther, albeit short-lived due to the tumultuous Avengers vs. X-Men clash, led to an annulment. Resuming an active role with the X-Men as the headmistress at the Jean Grey School for Gifted Youngsters, Storm revived her close bond with Wolverine, despite Black Panther's reservations in Wolverine in the X-Men issue number 24. But whether they ever make it to being more than just friends with benefits has not yet been certain. In the alternate Earth 9811 universe, also known as Earth Battleworld, a divergent reality unfolds where Reed Richards' demise prevents the return of Secret Wars heroes to Earth. Amid a truce between superheroes and villains, Storm and Wolverine have 2 children, including their eldest daughter, Kendall Logan, codenamed Torrent. Possessing Storm's weather powers and traits inherited from her father, Kendall, alongside other heroes' children, forms a new Avengers group who combats Dr. Doom's son and eventually finds a way back to Earth. Jean Grey. Certain comic book enthusiasts contend that Jean Grey holds a special place as the enduring love of Wolverine's life. Their connection, marred by untimely tragedies across various universes, has been a recurring theme in both comics and cinematic adaptations. Well, the initial sparks between Wolverine and Jean ignited when Logan joined the X-Men, finding himself drawn to Jean despite her committed relationship with Scott Summers. This attraction played a role in Jean's decision to temporarily depart from the X-Men. Their unresolved tension persisted, even when they were out together with Cyclops, as an attack by parasitic creatures nearly claimed their lives. While on the brink of death, there's speculation that Logan and Jean may have shared a kiss before being rescued by Cyclops. Jean's subsequent transformation into Phoenix and the events that followed further complicated their relationship. The real Jean was concealed in a cocoon by Phoenix, unbeknownst to the X-Men. When they were finally reunited during the chaotic events of Inferno in New York, a passionate kiss marked the beginning of a complex dynamic. When Jean asserted her independence, declaring herself not the property of either Cyclops or Wolverine. Later, during the Extinction Agenda on Genosha, where both were captured, Logan and Jean shared another passionate moment as Wolverine faced mortality. Although Jean returned to the X-Men and maintained a professional relationship with Wolverine, her marriage to Cyclops introduced a temporary distance between them. However, as her relationship with Cyclops strained over the years, the connection between Jean and Wolverine deepened. Their attraction reached new heights when trapped together on Asteroid M, hurtling towards the sun. In a desperate attempt to spare her a painful death, Wolverine reluctantly skewered Jean. To their surprise, the Phoenix resurrected her, bringing them back to Earth to confront the villain Zorn. Unfortunately, Zorn's powers caused Jean to suffer a fatal heart attack, leading to her passing. As far as Wolverine's lovers go, Jean Grey is easily the most powerful woman he ever dated, or in this case, got himself stuck in a tragic, unrequited love situationship. With her rare combination of telepathy and telekinesis, Jean stands as an exceptionally powerful psychic. Her ability to control both invisible brainwaves and the physical world adds to her formidable prowess in the Marvel Universe. Sarah Pazini, aka Witchblade. Beyond their status as iconic comic book characters in the 1990s, Wolverine and Witchblade may not appear to share many similarities. However, their unexpected whirlwind romance and subsequent marriage in comics history added a unique twist to their individual storyline. In 2004, Logan and Sarah Pazini tied the knot in Witchblade/Wolverine #1. While Wolverine is notorious for his tumultuous romantic history, Sarah Pazini, as Witchblade, typically embodies a level-headed detective not inclined to hastily enter marriage, especially given that this marked her first nuptial in comics. Both grappling with amnesia, their union was part of a complex plot to separate Sarah from the mystical powers of the Witchblade. Once they rediscover their true identities, Logan and Sarah embark on an epic rampage, defeating the Odessa Mafia and thwarting Kaylee, a young mutant attempting to wield the Witchblade. Despite their superhero personas representing polar opposites, Sarah, a deductive detective, and Wolverine, a brawny powerhouse with regenerative abilities, their contrasting skills prove complementary. In a critical moment, when Wolverine is incapacitated and Sarah faces mind control manipulation, she resists long enough for Wolverine to recover and counter their captors savagely. Acknowledging that their marriage occurred under mind control, Logan and Sarah share a tender moment, recognizing a genuine emotional connection between them. While their union stands as one of the X-Men's most peculiar romances, the tragedy lies in the realization that Sarah and Logan made a compatible couple. So, amongst all of Logan's relationships, marrying Sarah was not really his most ill-advised decision, but what happened to their relationship later is completely unknown. Jean Grey, Wolverine's wife on Earth, 295. When Wolverine's X-Force team embarked on a mission to save Archangel, they found themselves traversing into the dystopian reality known as the Age of Apocalypse to retrieve a crucial life seed. In this alternate world, Logan encountered the counterpart of Jean Grey, who was one of the few surviving X-Men. Both Logan's and Jean's were visibly troubled by the unexpected meeting, especially given that in this reality, Logan's counterpart and Jean were actually married. Despite Logan's desire to draw close to this version of Jean, the complexities of the situation were apparent. In a moment of emotional intensity, they shared a kiss, abruptly interrupted by the impending mission. During the course of the mission, Jean was reunited with her reality's Wolverine, now Weapon X in the new Apocalypse. While Logan and his team successfully obtained the life seed for Archangel, Jean and the remaining Age of Apocalypse X-Men from Earth 295 chose not to return to Logan's world, despite the offer. When Logan grappled with the reluctance to abandon Jean once again, she rightly pointed out that she was not his Jean, compelling him to return to his true world. Eventually, Jean and the remnants of her X-Men team ventured into Logan's reality to lend assistance in their battle. Despite Logan's plea for her to stay, Jean refused and opted to return to the Age of Apocalypse. She informed Logan that their paths would never cross again. Contrary to Jean's word, a brief reunion between her and Logan occurred during the conflict against the Celestials' exterminator. This confrontation led to Jean absorbing the power of Apocalypse, ultimately sacrificing herself and likely becoming trapped in her own reality forever. Mystique, mother of Wolverine's son, Raid, on Earth, 13729. Wolverine's association with Mystique has proven to be a tumultuous journey marked by friendship, love, and betrayal. Their complex relationship dates back to 1921 when Logan first encountered Raven Darkholme, who would later become Mystique, initially forming a partnership in crime. The duo engaged in a sexual relationship while running a group of criminals in Kansas. However, their collaboration took a dark turn during a bank robbery when Mystique betrayed everyone involved. Despite the betrayal, Logan and Mystique's paths continued to intersect over the years. In the House of M reality, they were depicted as lovers, but the nature of this connection remains uncertain. The duo's history is intertwined with numerous encounters, alternating between conflict and romance. A notable instance occurred when Mystique, now operating independently, sought Logan's help at a motel, leading to another sexual liaison. As time passed, Mystique's betrayals escalated, leading to Wolverine seeking vengeance. Mystique, in a shocking move, framed Wolverine for murder in Afghanistan, setting off a chase throughout the Middle East with continued framing. Their fiery confrontation ensued when Logan finally caught up with him, and Mystique ominously warned him of their inevitable reunion in hell. True to her word, Mystique played a role in orchestrating events that sent Wolverine to hell itself. Upon his escape, Logan tracked down Mystique, stabbing her and leaving her for dead. Mystique's resurrection by Wolverine's enemy, the Han Ninja Clan, reignited their bitter animosity. Under the guise of Yukio, Mystique went so far as to seduce Wolverine and send a recording of the encounter to Melita, contributing to the dissolution of Wolverine's relationship and causing pain for both parties. In Earth 13729, Mystique became the mother of Ray's Darkholm, her son with Wolverine. As Ray's matured, a profound resentment developed towards Mystique, eventually culminating in him killing her and assuming her identity without detection by anyone. Carol Danvers, wife of Wolverine on Earth 5700. While Marvel Comics hasn't explicitly depicted a romantic relationship between Captain Marvel and Wolverine, their connection has been explored in discussions. Prior to Carol assuming the mantle of Captain Marvel, she served as an Air Force officer in intelligence, collaborating with Logan, a Canadian Secret Service agent, on various missions. Over the years, the two superheroes developed a close bond, exchanging information and frequently working together on assignments that were mutually significant for the United States and Canada. Despite hints suggesting a deeper connection, their partnership appears to have ended amicably, as they continue to team up periodically. In their early collaboration, Logan and Carol discovered crucial information about the existence of mutants, despite facing threats from adversaries like Sabretooth attempting to prevent the leakage of such information. In another encounter, Carol was assigned to protect Logan, facing challenges from criminal agencies that had caught wind of Logan's unique powers and adamantium claws. Their dynamic took a turn when Logan came to Carol's rescue when she was imprisoned in Lubyanka. Eventually, their paths diverged as Wolverine departed from the Canadian government to join the X-Men, while Carol resigned from U.S. intelligence and later transformed into the Avenger known as Miss Marvel. Their reunion occurred after Carol lost her powers and became the cosmically powered Binary, with Logan joining the Avengers some years later, bringing them back together as teammates. Now, in the alternate reality of Earth 5700, Carol aligned herself with the mutants in their resistance against the Sentinel, who were their oppressors, and became a member of Wolverine's third iteration of the X-Men. The duo's romantic tension finally developed into a union and they got married. Unfortunately, her fate took a tragic turn as she later perished under mysterious circumstances, presumably at the hands of the Sentinels. Red Sonia, wife of Wolverine of Earth 90816. Recognized as the powerful she-devil with a sword, Red Sonia stands as the preeminent swordsman of the Hyborian Age, proving herself a formidable adversary capable of rivaling any man in combat. Introduced to Marvel Comics in 1973, Red Sonja has evolved into the quintessential depiction of a strikingly beautiful warrior woman, often adorned in armor that resembles a revealing bikini. Now, we all remember the infamous What If comics, don't we? Well, in the Earth 90816 reality of the What If comics, Red Sonja and Logan cross paths in the realm of Ikaria, as they endeavored to safeguard Coranthus from being abducted by Conan, despite Red Sonja's eventual defeat leading her into the clutches of Zucala, who sought to sacrifice her. Logan intervened and successfully rescued her. Grateful for his intervention, Red Sonja found herself drawn to Logan, and their connection deepened into a romantic relationship. The two warriors eventually tied the knot, marking Red Sonja as Logan's bride. Now, of course, that relationship was clearly not real, given that the base of this entire comic was hypothetical. So it is safe to assume that in this hypothetical world, Red Sonja and Wolverine find their happily ever after. Silver Fox. Establishing a life in the Yukon's town called Mount Logan, Logan encountered and fell in love with a local woman from the Blackfoot tribe known as Silver Fox. Although they didn't formalize their relationship through marriage, the two shared a cabin in the woods, embracing a peaceful existence. Unfortunately, their idyllic life took a turn when the shadow manipulator Romulus, orchestrated a tragic event. On Logan's birthday, he returned to find Silver Fox brutally murdered in their cabin. Sabretooth, Romulus's agent, not only admitted to the heinous act, but also brutally defeated Logan, marking the beginning of Romulus's manipulation of Wolverine. Years later, Wolverine encountered a woman who appeared to be Silver Fox, alive and well, but devoid of any memory of her previous connection with Logan. To further complicate matters, she had become a Hydra agent, nursing a grudge against both Sabretooth and Wolverine. In a bizarre turn of events, Sabretooth, present during these encounters, killed Silver Fox once again. Logan, left with more questions than answers, buried her at the original site of her supposed death, learning that her initial demise was actually a false memory implant. But upon regaining all his memories following the events of the House of M, Wolverine discovered that Silver Fox had indeed died at Sabretooth's hands in the cabin many years ago. This revelation added another layer of complexity to the mystery surrounding the woman claiming to be Silver Fox. Now, in Earth 717, Silver Fox and Logan get married and have a baby, but unfortunately, Logan's brother Scarface goes on a rampage and kills Silver Fox and her unnamed son. This incident leaves Wolverine to transform into the Punisher in this alternate reality. Electra, mother of Wolverine's daughter. While Electra and Wolverine have been portrayed as allies in various Marvel Universe storylines, their relationship takes a different turn in the MC2 universe. In this alternate reality, they go beyond friendship and actually tie the knot, becoming husband and wife. Their union results in the birth of a daughter named Rena, who adopts the code name Wild Thing. Here, Electra takes an active role in parenting and contributes to Wild Thing's martial arts training. Notably wealthy in this alternate reality, Electra's character remains largely mysterious, with limited details available about her beyond her involvement in family matters and her training of Spider-Girl in martial arts. Although the MC2 universe is renowned for introducing iconic characters like May Parker, aka Spider-Girl, Wild Thing's presence has also garnered as much attention. Viper, ex-wife. Wolverine's initial encounter with Viper took place during his service under Seraph in Madripoor. During this period, Wolverine made a promise to the dying Seraph, pledging to fulfill any wish Viper might have in the future as a form of repayment for his debt to Seraph. Over the years, Viper emerged as a formidable adversary for the X-Men, engaging in multiple confrontations with Wolverine. Notably, she even aligned herself with the Silver Samurai during an attempt to assassinate Logan's fiancée, Mariko Yashida. Eventually, Viper invoked Wolverine's dead, and true to his sense of honor, he agreed to fulfill her request, which turned out to be a rather unconventional one. Marrying her, this strategic move allowed Viper to seize control of Madripoor. Although Wolverine was far from pleased about being wed to Viper, he accepted the arrangement. The situation took a twist when Viper promised a divorce in exchange for Wolverine's assistance in driving the spirit of Ogun out of Madripoor. Despite the complications that arose when Ogun took possession of Viper's body, Wolverine, harboring no affection for Viper, used his claws to force Ogun's spirit out. With nowhere else to go, Ogun's spirit vanished, and Viper, now free from Ogun's influence, attempted to renege on her promise to divorce Wolverine. Unfazed, Logan warned her that he would leave her without medical aid if she backed out, compelling Viper to honor her word. Domino. Despite Domino having a serious romantic history with Cable in the past, her approach to relationships in modern comics tends to be more casual, aiming to avoid causing emotional harm. So, Wolverine, known for his willingness to keep things uncomplicated, has been a recurrent partner for Domino. Their first rendezvous occurred during a joint investigation into an underground group profiting from harvesting mutant organs. Amid the gruesome mission, Wolverine and Domino found time for a more lighthearted connection. Despite both being immersed in the mercenary lifestyle and serving on separate X-teams, their paths did not frequently intersect. However, after Domino's assignment to X Corporation Hong Kong, Wolverine and several X-Men collaborated with her on a local mission, leading to a one-night stand between Wolverine and Domino. As the years passed and X-Team rosters became more fluid, Domino and Wolverine maintained a friendly relationship. When both joined the Black Ops X-Force team, their connection evolved into a friends with benefits dynamic, using their encounters as a form of relief during perilous missions. Notably, after Domino became entangled with the Assassin's Guild and the Hand, engaging in activities such as dismantling a slave trading operation, it seems that she and Wolverine shared a particularly intense bout of physical intimacy. Mariko Yashida. One of the most poignant tragedies in Wolverine's tumultuous life centers around Mariko Yashida. The familiar tale unfolds as Wolverine journeys to Japan, falls deeply in love with Mariko and witnesses her tragic demise, this time at his own hands, with a heartbreaking twist. Introduced to X-Men fans in the late 70s, Mariko Yashida, the daughter of a Japanese crime lord, was bound by honor to carry on her father's legacy. Despite the societal constraints and Logan's rough exterior, their love defied convention. Their love story began with love at first sight, a connection that blossomed despite the vast differences between the meek and dutiful Mariko and the rough, mysterious Wolverine. After overcoming initial obstacles, including Mariko's arranged marriage to fulfill familial obligation, they made plans to marry. However, manipulated into rejecting Logan at the altar, Mariko realized the necessity of cleansing Clan Yoshida's criminal ties before deeming herself worthy of Logan's love. Despite living separate lives, their love endured. Tragically, Mariko's life was cut short by poisoning orchestrated by a rival criminal leader. Facing a prolonged and agonizing death, in her final moment, she pleaded with Logan to swiftly end her suffering, a heart-wrenching act that leaves an enduring impact on Wolverine to this day. Consumed by grief and seeking revenge, Wolverine captured Mariko's assailant, holding him prisoner and extracting brutal revenge on the anniversary of her death. Marvelous verdict. Wolverine's love life seems to be more epic than his heroic endeavors as a mutant. There is never a dull moment with this guy, but somehow his claws always seem to be stuck at the tragic end of everything. Maybe someday we will see Logan finally happy and thriving, whilst having a fulfilling relationship without any drama or bloodshed. But where's the fun in that? Am I right? Anyways, this brings us to the very end of this video, which makes it your turn to tell us about your favorite character who might have a potentially happy ending with Wolverine. And no, Hercules does not count. So leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment box below.